so let's get the latest that we can from the South African Weather Service. And I'm joined now by meteorologist Lulama Pheme from the SA Weather Service. Lulama, thank you so much for joining us. So really, Gauteng and Johannesburg in particular has taken such a terrible knock over the past few days. It's been across areas, El Dorado Park, Florida, Soweto, central Johannesburg as well. Are we through the worst, or is there more rain coming for Joburg?
Thank you, Sally, and thank you to your viewers. Yes, we are still giving some warnings over the Gauteng province. We still have some even for tonight. We are giving a yellow level 2 for disruptive rain. It's more persistent rain, as you have indicated, and it is still going to affect the area, because no matter how much the rain now is falling over the Gauteng province, any rain will cause flooding because the soil is already saturated. And the thunderstorms are still with us. There is an improvement only from the 18th, the 19th up to the 22nd. Even though we still expect some isolated showers and thunder showers. And then again after the 22nd, we do expect some showers and thunder showers.
All right.
There is still much coming on the 17th.
Oh, my word. So we've really got to, as you say, the soil is saturated. So every bit of rain, it just exacerbates everything. I was very interested to see reports coming from the Western Cape. A lot of municipalities there pleading for help, areas like De Doorns, I think, among them. Isn't that unseasonal to have rain in those areas of the Western Cape at this time? Talk to me about the situation there.
We can say it is unseasonal, but it is not unseasonal when we have the rainfall that is coming from the cut-off low. Because right now, the rainfall that we are experiencing is not influenced by the cold front, as we usually get the rainfall from cold fronts over the Western Cape. This time, it was affected by the tropical moisture, and we usually have the cut-off lows during these times.
And I've also heard talk of La Nina. Is that part of the reason why we've got so much rain?
Yes, that's one of the reasons. We already have exceeded the norm of this time of the year. We are still waiting for December to see, and our research section is going to update us on that.
Okay. Talk to me about KwaZulu-Natal. They were so hard hit in April with those floods, and now we're hearing that they might have to be on alert for possibly even more flooding. What are your projections saying about KwaZulu-Natal?
We are giving a warning, Sally, for tomorrow again for the western half of the KwaZulu-Natal. And we are giving a yellow level 2 for severe thunderstorms. It will be from the northeastern parts of the Eastern Cape through the western parts of KwaZulu-Natal, and also affecting the escarpment and the high veld of Mpumalanga. That is tomorrow from the afternoon.
And what about, I mean, we know that eThekwini, for example, is still trying to pick up the pieces. So does that mean that eThekwini will be spared this latest bout of torrential rain?
It looks like this one off tomorrow, but then the following days, they are going to be affected as well, because the system that we're having is moving eastwards. That is why yesterday you have an experience of heavy rainfall, heavy downpours, and severe thunderstorms that were happening in the Western Cape. Right now, there is a bit of clearance. It was in the Western Cape and the Northern Cape. Right now, there's a clearance from the west. So we are expecting clearance from the west. But the unfortunate thing is that as it clears from the west, it is then affecting the eastern side.
All right, so you've explained the East and Western Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, Gauteng. Talk to me about other areas that are literally on your radar in the next few days, areas that you're most concerned about.
Today, we are still having the Gauteng, as I've indicated, Sally. We still have the extreme eastern parts of the Northwest province. We have the extreme southeastern parts of the Northern Cape. We have the Eastern Cape. Eastern Cape right now has got active severe thunderstorms that are more signified by strong winds. all the damages that are going to happen there, they are more going to be influenced by the strong winds. It's more the Nelson Mandela Bay that is affected right now, but that is expected to move eastwards as the system moves eastwards.
Any sign of that drought in Nelson Mandela Bay being completely broken anytime soon?
I think with all this, I don't know, I'm not an expert on that. We still have to wait for the researchers to give us the output. But with the rains that have been happening, I think that has been relieved a bit. But as I said, I really don't know a lot about it.
So plenty more rain still to come in those areas that are already vulnerable. And as you say, some research now to try and find out what's going to happen next. Thank you so much for updating us. Really important information there from meteorologist Lulama Pheme from the SA Weather Service.